Is this fun? Is this series entertaining? I sit here and I listen, and we sit here, we listen, we learn this story together. I make choices, I stay silent, I randomly laugh, I randomly say things. And then I end it, and then I end the video, and then I come back, and I repeat it over and over and over again. And it's
You're
chapter
on a
1.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is you're here to.
Yes, I know. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what, do I get some sort of reward for doing
Yes,
this?
but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Yeah, but have you considered that maybe killing the princess? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Well, nobody's inherently evil. I mean, there's no such thing as I guess there's what we decide is evil. Like, you know, killing a child. People find that evil, but like, that child could end up growing up to be like the next Hitler or something. I mean, SA is pretty effed up. No, I can't defend that. No, I'm not even gonna try to defend that. There's no defending that. So I guess there are some evils. Hell is evil? Hell is... yeah. Let's just... Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Right. Proceed into the cabin. The game always lags whenever I go up to the cabin. What's the inside like this time?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Okay.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Where's the hero? The hero hasn't spoken yet. I don't want the knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Okay.
The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I mean, I
Her
don't...
voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
The voice of the hero.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Shut up. Lie, I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. I'm here to save you. Just checking in on you. Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't want to do anything to her, to be honest. How many changes? Okay, it's just one on her hand.
Stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
There's no connecting chain here anymore.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I mean, not beautiful. I mean, they did really well drawing her eyes. Her eyes
I
are
am begging
nice.
you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do. Hold on. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
No, you're doing the right thing.
I am. Thank you, hero.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I'm sorry to say I
Maybe
don't,
somewhere
ma'am.
upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm gonna check up. Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way.
I already cut off one of their hands, though.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Gosh dang it.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Problem, ma'am.
Make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Shut up, narrator.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
There's gotta be something. It's gonna give us options.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
You're right about that, maybe. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Why?
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess. This is
Fine.
terrifying.
Against your better judgment, place the blade against
her eyes really are hypnotic,
self-inflicted wound on the
but also terrifying. Look at that.
Just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
And now everything's getting blurry.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Why did she do that?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
I swear to God, man.
Stare. Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
This version won't kill me, right?
She lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess
dude.
stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
I feel so bad.
Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Shut up. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
Don't kill me, ma'am.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Gosh dang it.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Shut up.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
How long is this video? This is 9 minutes in.
I'm sorry.
Jeez Louise.
Does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
She is gonna be so
Last
mentally
thrust of the
disturbed
knife,
next time we run into her.
Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
No, it'll be chapter 2.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
I'm
As much as I
so
prefer
sorry,
for
ma'am.
things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. Oh, lordy lord.
You're on a path in the woods.
Dude, narrator,
Here,
shut
just-
up. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja
Terrible
vu.
sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us
Ooh.
last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Voice of the Smitten. How did he know, bro? How did he know?
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
What?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What
I
can
mean, I
say?
would too, to be
A world
honest.
without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
This whole thing literally just
We
happened.
could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother? Oh, yeah, proceed to the cabin. I don't want to go through that again.
A warning before you go any further.
Okay, why is the music more ominous than usual?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't believe a
I've
word
already
anybody
told
says
you we're
anymore.
not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I don't like the Smitten.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay, let's go into the cabin. It's probably going to be terrifying again. You know, every single time it is.
The interior of
Oh,
the
this isn't
cabin
that bad.
is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner.
This is...
The only furniture
This-
of note
what?
is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This isn't a cabin. This is like the top of a tower.
The blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the
Reach
mirror
forward,
clean.
Rub your hand
Lizard!
against the cabinet.
Lizard! Lizard
I don't know
man!
how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago,
It's still there.
and now it's gone.
It's
See?
still
Could
there.
have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Guys, the... Oh. Okay. No knife. No dagger.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
Candelabras.
The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Dude, shut
A
up.
soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Alright, this man's
Well,
kind of
not
weird.
until now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
I
Just
mean,
remember
I'd date her.
that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I'm so glad she can't
You
hear
know
the
she can't
voices.
hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did
You
hear
killed
that?
me.
She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
I mean, women rarely ever flatter or flirt with me, so like, yeah, I
Waiting
would
for
say
you to
yes.
come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Yeah.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I mean, it was pretty fricked up how we died.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
I
We
guess?
damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
So it's not time travel, we're just going in between different dimensions until we do what it wants.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We
I'm
never
pretty
saw her
sure.
world
I
end,
mean,
and
I'd rather
now
not
I'm
kill
even
her.
more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She
I
wants
don't-
to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world. Honestly, the world's... I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay!
She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
She kind of gnawed part of her arm off last time. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
What?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't
She
be so
could have
quick
just,
to
like,
assign kindness.
Taken the
Just
knife
opening
and
yourself up to
thrown it
manipulation.
away. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Why can't women be this supportive in real life? No, I'm just kidding.
She took
Yeah.
that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Huh.
There's no one else like me.
I think he's right.
How do you know that, though?
I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
We could try it again.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What?
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
We might be able to, actually.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
I don't know how to feel about this one. This one's
Bizarre
making me
behavior,
more
but further
uncomfortable than
evidence
the
that
one.
She's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Rescue the princess. That's the only option.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Please
You
don't.
wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Wow, that was
Approach
really
the
easy.
princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
No, we're not.
I believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you. There's no life more worth
We are a
living
lizard
than that of
man.
a true
Why are we a lizard man? Why?
Free. And you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Yeah.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Shut up.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Why does she love us, though?
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Really? That's kind of sad.
Doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
What if something else was making us end a bunch of different worlds?
So gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I swear, if she turns evil and is like, I want to destroy the world!
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
There must be something you want. Do you want the world to end? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. I want you to tell me what you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Did she just get more what?
She can't just want to make us happy.
Why did she turn into an anime girl?
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
But what would make you happy? You have to want something more than just make me happy, but you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. I want you to make me unhappy. Do you want to end the... there must be... but what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Oh my lord.
Is she broken? What's going on?
I don't know.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Why is she turning into an anime drawing from middle school?
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
This isn't right. This is weird.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
It's all
I'm the
she
only one
wants. Oh Lord. Oh? I don't know if we did good. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory
No.
returns.
She was our perfect match.
Shut up.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Approach the mirror. Are we ever gonna know what we truly look like? Why are we a lizard? You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Why are we... You've withered. The decay. I don't know if we're doing good or not. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, there she is. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Huh?
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Just to make that, let's do this one.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Okay.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
I really just hope the princesses are happy by the end of this. I don't care if my character dies. I just, you know... it doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me.
That was red. There was some red there.
It doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
It makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant. As soon as I'm here, I have no opinion one way or another. I like you.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Okay. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
I didn't mean to make her love me, though.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
Perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Okay.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Are we living for each other, or... Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Okay.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
How many more vessels do I need?
We will know when we near our destination.
I think the only thing I can do now is kill you, though. Do you still not care what do you still not care what I bring you next time?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets.
Okay.
My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Thank you? I'm ready to go back, I guess.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and who? What? Why? How? I'm so confused. The hero and the princess. Bring the deconstruction damsel to her. I'll see y'all in the next episode. I don't know. We're building up this woman, this otherworldly being, for some reason. But why? And is she a prisoner, or is she the main goal? Or who's the narrator exactly? Is the narrator... Why are we rotting? Why are we a lizard? There's so many questions. Has been zero answers. We're just building this woman. Hopefully not making her horrible. We haven't killed the princess. I don't want to kill the princess. The name of the game is Slay the Princess. I refuse to slay the princess. It's one of those games where it's like it's about the destination, not the journey. I have no idea. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Have a good one.